for the introduction, and thank you, all of you. Sunday is not the right day for us to meet, and I generally don't like it, but it was all chasing of Vivekananda and Rohan. So I'm here with all of you, and I'll keep it simple. I have no presentation, no slides, so we'll be talking, and I'll ensure that let's say 40 minutes or 45 minutes, whatever I talk, I'll make it simple that you carry this with you, and I hope it will be quite useful and important for your future, right, whenever you will be in the corporate world. So Bodh Gaya, why not? Whenever I was talking last this full COVID, I am talking to some college or the other during the weekend, and Bihar is my state, so I thought that I don't know when I will be talking with you guys, and so today it is happening. Just know a little bit on the initial days. Of course, you know that coming from Bihar, many times you are mocked and jibed. But my pride is that I'm being born and brought up and being educated, and my entire value system and everything comes from there. But I remember the typical Biharis, we are taught that we are asked and we are laughed at that, can you speak English? I remember, and my English, my tryst with English was yes. I was in some okay schools, and till 12th I was there in Bihar, and taught by the best of the teachers, of course. But my tryst with English was Times of India. I am an avid reader, and then I remember the Sunday newspaper I used to buy in Bihar. It used to be coming after 2 days, or rather 3 days. For example, today is Sunday. After 3 days, Wednesday maybe the newspaper would come, and I used to read the entire newspaper, and whichever words I never used to understand, I used to write it. I had my own vocabulary and own dictionary sort of a thing. Someone flicked it sometime, but it was good that by then I had already learned it. But I remember this question being asked with me when I was there. I came to Bangalore to do my graduation, and in the introductory class, the professor asked me that, okay, you're from Bihar, Pranav, can you speak English? And many of my friends still repeat what I told. It came just from inside. Maybe I was too hurt or too dejected. I told him that I can speak better English than you, and that was the journey. So I was not a very straight line guy. I was too much on the front, and if you see my background, joining army, coming out from army, and today wherever I am, it is only with that struggle and that passion which I carry. Right, so thank you Bodh Gaya. At least I can associate much better than any IIM which I have spoken, and it is a great opportunity for me. So the topic is quite huge, and I don't know, I could have spoken at least 3 days on this, an evolving workplace, right? That is a big topic itself. Future skills and expectations from managers and employees. So it is quite huge, but when we were conceptualizing, I thought that I should bring something which adds quite a value when you guys would be in corporate very soon. Yeah. So first, let me talk about the evolving workplace. But before that, just something about the space. Something about the space is it is expanding, it is evolving, right? If you remember your physics classes, and where the entire planets and solar system and universe is taught to us, it is told that we are expanding, right? And that's how it is. So while we are expanding, also remember that we are distancing. We are distancing from each other. Yeah, and they say that one day it all will be unified and it will be again meeting. So from there, I underline one sentence which a typical reader of a lot of books which I read somewhere. We meet to depart and depart to meet. Right. So as we are distancing, as we are bringing a lot of distance between us. But yes, one day in the future, we all will be meeting in a better land. When having said that, this bringing it to the workplace. Now all of us are here. If you say March, before March, or rather even February, rather March was the first time I connected with this format. We were setting, we were having a seminar in our company, and that was a day I don't remember. It was 20th, if I remember correctly. The ask was all of us be together. We all had to fly. So it was happening in Chennai. The people from France and other locations had to come to us. And then so-called lockdown had started by then, and rather a lot of limitations at the airport, and also the pandemic was in full furor, right? So rather we thought that okay, let's digitally connect, and that was the first time in a hotel, 5-star hotel, we were doing it. So we Chennai guys were there, and the people from France and other places were connected, and I was really feeling that is it the thing which it would be, because I was not feeling when you are having such seminars in the beginning of the year when every sort of HOD or the head of the departments and they are -1 connect. Will it be too strong enough, and can we carry that passion inside the meeting? I was really confused. And then for the first time I was feeling the distance, the close proximity what we create, that 5 minutes before the meeting and 5 minutes after the meeting, right? Unknowingly, knowingly, when you are, even in the meeting when you are having it, right, face to face, the physical ones, and the eye connects, and generally, half of the things spoken. Generally, there is a word in Japanese which is called Nimawashi, and it is quite strong and important to do any meeting, which I have learned in this company, which is, before you go for the meeting, you all the members who are there and the stakeholders, you connect with them, and you at least present your idea. If they like it, don't like it, this thing will be brought to you, right? You can sniff like what is wrong and what is right, and you can really whatever is lacking, you can prepare your presentation or your you can moderate accordingly, right? So this is very important. But I felt that distancing factor where the eye-to-eye connect was not happening. I was feeling that okay, something is lacking. And to be honest, I am not too young, but also not too old. The fact is, I don't very specifically understand this digital way of working, and I don't think this is the future, to be honest. This will be one format too. The choices will be there, but I'm telling you, there is a way human animal works, right? And all of you, I can see your serious faces, Mithun, Krish, Sri Lekha, Aditya, Abhinav. We are all tired with this digital thing, right? It is too much of digital fatigue, and that training or that teaching, actually it lacks somewhere. Till the time we are taught the way we are taught, right? I remember my training in Indian Army. There used to be too much, rhythm and connect with the trainers. Trainers would be even an NCO, a JCO, or even an officer. But the way everything is taught to you, and that physical connect is too much important, right? So this is, if you say, evolving workspace today. One thing is, I can see very distinctly this thing called distance, right? This digital thing, it is the option today, but might no, I don't know, I'm not very sure, and that is all corporate is being juggling around, that how to bridge this gap. But yes, I'm a strong believer, things will be okay very soon, and once there will be a life post the vaccine, and I think everything will be back to normal. So with this as a prelude, let me go deeper into things. Now there is a strong word called evolving, and this is I can connect it bit easily with a word called change, right? And we have a lot of English, like change is only the constant, and you have to change, and all the thing being spoken. Now evolving is something that we have to understand this entire episode of corporate or business, right? Actually, we all of us who are here, right? Our progeny, if you connect, we all were hunters, right? We used to, and there was no, actually, the way farming is, it was never used to happen. So the thing was, we all were so-called, the hunters, right? And the purpose was, it's not male or female members. Whosoever was the better hunter used to go and do the hunting during the day. In the night, everyone used to cook and eat, right? Now, from there, if you say, then of course everyone is not that great a hunter, right? The skill set differs from people to people. And then there were weak ones, right? And the weak ones, has to also be to be served. Now, this was the pristine, sort of idealistic, fundamental, which was there once upon a time. And then we graduated. Now what I'm telling you, that the thing was, so one is these strong guys who used to hunt, who used to really give their 100% for the hunting and come back with the food, right? And the other, these weak people have to be either guarded, they were to be trained better, right? But there was a thing that, okay, maybe these guys never used to put that 100%, but still they used to be served. And the greater hunter used to be getting a better portion. The only thing was that, right? But of course, being the greater hunter, or if you can replace that greater hunter with a word called leader, right? His role was very risky. He could have been killed anytime, right? And many times they used to be killed. So if you see, Apocalypto and all, these the so-called the greater hunter will have all the nails and faces of all the animals and around their neck and all, right? And these weaklings, slowly, gradually they start because they were not strong enough, so they started making their mob, and that's how I call it the mob of hyenas. Even the mob of hyenas are so strong that they can kill a lion, they can eat a lion. That's how it is, right? So somewhere over the years, this thing of hunting and bringing the thing together, right? The way our history or the evolution started changing, right? And these weaklings made it smartly, and there was this lately and very lately, there was this term used to be called management, right? And management and leadership became quite different and quite afar, right? My strong belief is if you cannot lead, you cannot manage, right? And this small portion which I understand from Indian Army, my experience is quite different. I'm not that guy who is completely coming from a management background. I have tasted a different flavor altogether. There is something which is called lead from the front, and then there is a beautiful word which is called trust. And for trust I can talk hours and hours together. Before leading something, you have to be creating something called trust. Now today, my first word for you was distancing in the workspace, the way we are evolving. The second word which I am bringing to you, it is called trust deficit. And the trust deficit, I am telling you, is created by these mobs of hyenas, right? Because the leader, so-called the great hunter, he always used to think for that entire population. Now if I have to connect some dots, we all were in lockdown, and this disease was all across, everywhere it was happening. We were first scared, all of us, right? And because the enemy is, you cannot even see it. In army, you have a militant, or you have the opponent whom you can see, you can fire. Here it is so small to be seen and fired, so you cannot face it, right? So where I am coming is, we all were scared, we all were down, we all were thinking what will happen, and however the expectation was, the money has to be paid because I work for the company, right? And many companies, and with the government restrictions and everything, it has to be paid. Government told that you have to pay everyone, right? But also know that the corporates were not making money. The operations were completely at zilch. It was zero, right? The volumes were complete zero. Nothing happened, right? And we protected. The leaders, the corporate protected that the last thing they have to do is downsizing. Yeah, the last thing they have to do is hanky-panky with the salaries, what is to be paid. Yeah. Post that, the government came, okay, let's now open up with, first started with 30%, 50% and 75% and ahead. And employees were expected to come to the office. And then, we all came across in the corporate this thing, as we thought that everyone would be so excited to come to the workplace again. And it never happened. They said that we are still fearful, we are still not very sure, but you have job to do and everything gets affected. There is different domains which corporate makes up of. One is the IT ones, the ITES ones, which can still work for a distance mode of working, but there are something called commercial, sales, and many others, right? Manufacturing, where you have to be on the ground. Now this, shows, the thing is, whenever things were down, the pitch was down, right? You expected, the corporate, what the expectation from corporate was that it will be, we should be taken care of, and yes, so what, I have given so many years to the company. But when the thing was from your side that you have to, contribute, then it became, questionable, and then we started, being thinking and being, thinking that, okay, if, we catch the disease and so on. Anyway, so we grew further from there, and this trust deficit, see, when you, again, if I have to take you back, there was, when post, this hunter mechanism, there was something called barter system. Yeah, you give me something what you have in excess, and I'll pay, either with my efforts, or if I'm not that, not anything, I have not anything to barter, I'll give you something else, right? So maybe lemons were exchanged with apples, and apple was exchanged with rice, and rice was exchanged with some copper, and so far whatever it was. So this was the expectation. So whatever there is something, for example, today also you give some contribution to the company, and the company gives something to you. Of course, the salary and the career and the future, right? But in this thing, I saw that barter system was getting manipulated. Yeah. And this unknowingly it is there, because see, if even a company has got something that we make something, any company, it is service or product, and we sell it at a premium, which is a profit, right? And that's how any company works, right? I'm not teaching you something which is very different. And we work with the company, we give everything, we get a salary, and we expect that a better career, a better future comes in return, right? So there has to be a match between both of the things. When this equation is not equal, when this equation is not in harmony somewhere, things get affected in both the sides. And then this great hunters or this great leader comes and says that okay, the things are not fine, and then strong decisions are taken, to be honest, right? Many times if it is not very justified at the company side, the company also gets closed, right? And many times it comes to the employees and downsizing and everything happens. But this I could see in this entire mechanism, this entire phase, the trust deficit. Whatever was expected was not delivered, right? And many companies, if you say, came in very example, either I'm not telling employee side or the company side, even many times company also did not took care, and the employees were sacked, right? The salaries were not given. At the same time also the employees who had to come and work, they were not very resistive and coming to the company. So somewhere that expectation or that harmony was what spoiled. Yeah. So this trust deficit we are working on, and more than that, in the workspace, the third angle which I mentioned here is relationship. The relationship between you and the company, right? Your purpose and the company's purpose. Whenever we go to interview, and I remember almost the same day last year, or maybe a day before, I was in Pune in one of the not last year, at least 3-4 years back. I don't know, somehow I got messed up. Okay, yeah, because in the Facebook it shows, so I thought that maybe it is last year. So maybe 4 years back, I was there in an engineering college, and I started hiring, for the GETs, PGETs, we started hiring, and from the very premium college of Pune. And the last round comes as the HR round, and of course I was the HR guy. And everyone, when we go and ask, what will I interview you people? The only connect is either you guys are connected with the culture of the company, that ethos which we have, right? And that appetite and that attitude is there. A lot of things are already spoken. I'm not here on a campus to corporate mission. I'm just here to explain this topic which is given to me, right? But I remember all of them whenever I was talking to them. Okay, why you want to join this company? And sir, this, that, these, those. Whatever you say, sir, anything, for the company and this, whatever. And this is not the first time. Maybe I have hired 2,500, 2,800 people. This thing comes very often, right? That I am committed to you, you can trust me, and a lot of things can happen. Rather in my, in this corporate, arena, I have trained a lot of team members, and I see the same thing when the first time the team member comes, sir, anything, just whatever it is done, I'll give everything. And being by now you'll be knowing me that I'm a bit tough guy, I'm a very passionate guy, right? So my way of talking, way of treating is also a little bit different, something like dangal sort of a thing. Yes, I don't care, if you are the academia made you strong or not, but till the time you work with me, either it is a male or a female, I will ensure that you will become whatever you have to become. That's how it is. For that, of course, I'll take you to different levels, different corners, and of course, sometimes you'll be breaking in, and of course, I'll explain you everything, right? So a lot of things were spoken, a lot of things were told that you can trust me, you can do whatever, I'm there, in the team, and then I slowly, gradually, I saw this selfish thing happening. At some portion, you have that thing that, okay, what is more that you can give, and the people start moving to different company, different organization, getting married, going to Canada, Australia, US, whatever it is. But in this entire episode, one thing I tell you, that if you have not learned to the fullest, right? If anywhere, not today academy is teaching you for 2 years and you come to the corporate, and if you, I don't check that whatever you know, maybe you get a 60% mark or 80% mark or 100% mark. The thing is, did you learn whatever is required? Yeah? And if it is not there, I'm telling you, in corporate, it is, though you can see with this upgrad and all this thing, a lot of people are upskilling themselves, but to be honest, it will not fill the gap, because then learning is a urgency. Learning, I don't think that learning can be done in urgency. Learning takes time, right? Learning a new skill, new art takes time, right? If I put a time framework for you, within 1 hour, I want you to maybe explore or reinvent Pythagoras theorem. It is not possible, right? Learning will take time. You will have to understand that thing. Or maybe if the simplest one, within 1 hour, if I tell you to write a poem, it is not possible, right? You will say that inspiration is not happening, sir. But when these things, when I see this trust thing is being shaken, and when the trust, any relationship, when I say either it is a manager or an employee, a mentor or a mentee, right? A boss or a subordinate, this relationship gets affected, right? And then I see this hyenas, moving all around, that what is in for me, they'll come in masses, they will come together, and whatever great hunter you are, you'll be brought down to Mother. Now this, as a workplace, if I tell, it is also the problem, the way we see the workplace. Now the workplace, the way we see it, and all of you, I'm sure, you'll be feeling it. That one is, getting the job in the best place, with all the plexiglasses and everything. Now maybe, I don't know, I have to talk to you guys in the Q&A, and maybe thinking that maybe this work from home thing coming, but that pride and honor doesn't come till the time you enter the campus. If I tell you the same, IIM which you are studying today, I'm told that if you are doing a digital course and a physical course, of course the physical course guys would be much more stronger, right? With that learning which you bring, as simple as that, right? So when I mention this, even the workplace, when I mention, we speak a lot in terms of tangibles, right? Volumes, numbers, profit margins, market share, right? In this entire one thing which I feel, to be honest, is there is something called joy of creation which is being missed, right? The thing which is achieved, the thing which is done, I'm telling you, the great thing, if you do, and only you know that how you have made it, right? When a sculpture only knows that maybe the lips or the eyes are wrong, no one is there to tell him. Till the time it is a minutest thing, he knows what has gone wrong, right? And if that be the case, he will scrap that item again and he will start making it again, right? But somewhere, even the corporate, we got so lost in terms of numbers, volumes, market share, that we drifted there. And we created also people who are seeking for success. Yeah. So all these companies, if you say every one of you, I know that you are young generation and there is a gap. Allow me for that. I can acknowledge it, right? And a lot of entrepreneurship which is coming these days, and everyone I see, connecting with me in LinkedIn and all. Someone is a CEO, someone is a founder, someone is an MD of a company, and young guys, kids, and I really appreciate the passion and honor. But one thing which I find is, everyone is seeking a fast success, yeah? Fast success, right? And fast success, ladies and gentlemen, if I have to coin it brings something called ego. And delayed success, when you have some gray hair, and a lot of things, right? And when you have the delayed success, you meet a guy, any great business leader, the delayed success creates a character, right? You agree, don't I? So this is what I feel, today. And rather, if you read the definition of success, success, if I have to put it very categorically clearly in front of all of you, we say delayed gratification is called success. Delayed gratification. So for that, you have to learn a lot of failures. Learn a lot of failures. fail n number of times, right? And then something which you get, at least even if you don't get there, you will have a history to talk about. And people appreciate it, right? They don't feel great in one hit and the objective is clear. They say it is luck, it is sheer luck, right? You keep on hitting, and even if you fail, they love persistence. They love chasing. Yeah? And if you get something in first hit, even you don't care about it, right? We have created this world of lot of materialism and that numbers in front of us. Yeah? And we all of us, unknowingly, knowingly, we are so glued to the Western world. The successes we start aping, even in the most of the B schools, I don't know how they teach you. The case studies are just spoken of there. Generally, the case study of India is missing. You don't know what has happened till the time someone made the story of Gopinath. Most of it is all inky panky. It's not so detailed, but you have to read his book if you want to go in details. Some movie which I saw a few days back about Gopinath, about Deccan Airways, what was shown. I did a bit of research when I was there in IM because we had to do some project on that, whatever. But we get inspired by West more than East, right? But here, that's why I could not say no to Vivekananda, because Vivekananda, the name itself is so great. And honestly, a little bit of spiritualism which I practice, and I saw that His Highness Vivekananda is calling me, then I'm too small enough to tell him no. So anyways, all the jokes apart, which I say that we get inspired by West more than East, right? And somewhere this thing doesn't connect with our ecosystem, the way our upbringing and our value system is there, right? And somewhere in the middle of the life we get lost, right? And I heard this guy is being very popular now, Nawazuddin Siddiqui, and I was following his triest and journey and his few interviews. In between, somewhere he says, very beautifully, and of course we all know him, and after 12th standard, I think the first movie I was seeing was Sarfarosh, and never realized that he was the guy in the lockup, and later, when it was so beautiful to see him and the way he comes across now. But in that, somewhere he mentioned that बीच में मैं reject हो रहा था और मैं मन लगा के जम के reject हो रहा था. I was getting rejected like anything, and I was enjoying my rejection. So all of you, 80 plus of you are here, I am telling you, the way life will happen post this, lot of anxiety, which is the butterflies in the stomach, which all of you I feel, getting connected with me, and of course little bit maybe if you remember whenever these things comes to you, Shalini, Roshan, Krish, Srilekha, few of you I can see on my screen now, Aditya, Vivekananda himself, I cannot see a video though. So you will feel these things when those days come. जब reject होगे, when you will be in that portion, and of course one of person like me will come from this different company, will give a pitch and take all your CVs, and 2-3 of you will select it. All of you currently, I am telling you, would be coming here, have seen a blissful life, right? Good marks in 10th, or let's say, I am quite sure, maybe in Q&A someone can tell me bad marks or not. Bad marks from my side comes, below 50%, right? So good marks means, 80 plus, these days where you guys are getting 90, 95, and anything comes less than that, you feel that is a bad marks. Bad marks is below 50, or sometimes, below 40 also. Right, so you're coming from that, right? The worst thing would have happened to you that you wanted to buy maybe, I don't know, a big bullet, or I don't know, KTM these days, or whatever, your father did not buy it, or I don't know, the girls, maybe greater shopping or whatever it is, it did not happen, or maybe the girl or boy of your life and it did not materialize, or whatever it is. So these are the worst thing, or maybe some life losses, maybe some close relationship. This is the worst thing which has happened to you. But when the life will come and hit you, I'm telling you, you remember I mentioned that thing, that hyenas, that selfish hyenas will coming and will be eating you from somewhere. They will be eating your life. The day they think that you don't have something to give, they will hit you from behind. They will stab you from behind, and you will fall on the face. And then, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, these things will come today. Whatever I'm talking to you, or whatever in your inner self, it comes to you, it will be how strong you are. Can you sustain it? Can you survive? Now the years today, if you see, 2020 had been a bad year for everyone, right? The years which is coming forth, I am telling you, ladies and gentlemen, would be the years of sustenance and survival. And only as per the Darwin's law, the best survives. You have it or you don't have it. Till the time you don't have it, keep on failing, keep on making you strong. I'm telling you, East, it has got strong stories, beautiful stories. I'm not here to teach what is East, but go and check your history books, go and check the inspirations which we have created. There are umpteen, there are plenty, right? And when in your, these messy days, when sometimes you'll feel, either it is even your relationship or even the corporate, you'll feel like, can I have all my love back, right? Can you pay me all my love back? Can you pay me all my passion back? When you will try, in the relationship, maybe that thing will not happen. The person will replace you with a richer or a successful one, right? That's how it is seen. And you're feeling like it's too painful. I'm telling you, this sort of rejection, it will be coming very soon to all of you. So I'll tell you how it feels. It is very painful. Either it is a relationship failure, or it is maybe in some appraisal discussion. Maybe your manager downsizes you, puts you some on a very lower scale, right? And you feel cheated, you feel stabbed, you feel so low, you feel this is not it should be. You feel how selfish the other person was. All the commitments, all the thing, all the great job, I will be there for you, it's all fallen, it's all gone. It says it was such fake thing, it is not good. And we cannot, this is not I understood, and then you say that maybe I did a mistake in understanding the person, either it is the relationship or the manager. And it will be painful, and there will be someone will giving you some gyan also, for that matter, like, in such cases, mom and dad comes, if it is a rejection in an interview and all, okay, don't worry, let it go, and you feel irritated if someone tells you all these things. I felt myself, right? Or maybe in a relationship, some friends comes and tells you, okay, let's, let it go, it will be easy, you have some hand thing, if you, let it go, and otherwise your hand starts bleeding and all that thing, right? All these social media shows you a lot of things. Few people, their genesis, their entire psychology is based on social media. Even they want to greet you, they will cut, copy, paste something from Google. Google give good lines for maybe a birthday or a marriage or friendship day and all. They'll just cut, copy, paste that. I'm telling you. So for me, I never knew shortcuts, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I tell you before I started my story that I learned my English from Times of India. Right, so there is no shortcut. You have to learn it. Google is just making you crippled. It is making you, based on it, it is just making you a bag of garbage. Yeah, though all of you have made Google the best company of the world, but that's how it is. You never know. It is tweaking your psychology. You are not. It is showing what you want to see, and it is not showing what is just sitting in a library. I don't know you guys even have a library or not, because these days very lately I discovered that Chennai has got the biggest library. I'm not getting, but I have got a small library in my thing, and of course I love reading and so if you are if I'm not going back, let's say 10 years or 15 years or 20 years back, any research used to happen in library. Or if you don't find, you go to the professor and you ask them that which are the good books which you suggest, and then he will suggest you, and then you go to the library. In the process of learning, you find 10, 20 things which is beautiful. Right? Today when you do a research, it is Google. And you start reading it, and it is not that what you wanted, but you sublime it with whatever it is, try to fit something here and there, cut, copy, paste the things, paste it its own ways. It should not be plagiarism, so you should play smart, and that you should not be caught, and then you present to, I don't know, this is the way we used to do it once upon a time. So in between few things which we certificates which they added. So this is how our research happens, but that strong learning is missed. And if you have that half-cooked thing, right, you'll become a half-cooked thing, right? You'll become a bonsai, to specifically tell you. Be small, puny, not that greatly developed, right? And this entire journey, if I say failing, I diverted from there. It is very painful, whenever you breathe, or rejected, it pains. They say that you should know, let it go. That's how it is. A better future is waiting, and all that nonsense. But you know how it feels, and it will never happen. That whatever your parents or your mom and dad are telling, you will understand that because you are feeling it. They'll say you don't understand. No, this is what, and everyone's suffering is their own suffering, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, everyone has to suffer out. Right? Till the time I'm telling you, all these great WhatsApp groups together which you have and all will be dissected slowly, gradually, and will only left with small number of people, and that also will diminish very soon. And one fine day, over a weekend, you'll find yourself completely alone. So moving, this thing is evolving workplace. I think I spoke enough. Future skills and expectation for managers and employee. I'll be very specific to tell you. For managers, and I'll connect the dots. For managers, it is two things which I keep on telling, and I have spoken enough on that, not here, in many different forums. One is entrepreneurship. Don't feel that entrepreneurship is happening out from the company. It can be happening inside the company. It happens in terms of a project, right? Where you complete, it is like you are running your own company and you present whatever you want to present. Think about that you are the MD of the company and the way you want to do it, right? So that is one thing which is very important, and this is the right time to understand it, right? The second thing which I mentioned is resilience, the bouncing back. You will fall on the face, ladies and gentlemen, and it will be tough, difficult, painful. It is how you bounce back. Right? They say that it is not what height you fall from, it's what height you bounce back makes the difference. And that will define you very soon. Yeah. So if you're managers, these two things will be very important to you, right? And the second thing for an employee, I started somewhere in the beginning. Your purpose. Have you defined your purpose? And is your purpose connected with the purpose of the company? In this Ziffy, I know all of you, I see a flat face, Srilekha again, Krish, Roshan, Abhinav, Aditya, Shalini, Vivekananda. There is a big anxiety, there is a big fear. Any company which offers you a job, you will be more than jumping. Once upon someone told me, gone are the days when when you wait and you have the opportunity and then you jump for it, then you aim and jump for it. Rather, these are the days when you keep on jumping, and whenever you get an opportunity, you just launch it, right? So keep on jumping, right? But you will be jumping on a company which is not your dream company, and on a job which is not your dream job. Always remember, one of my colonel asked me, I went to his house and it was a column, so it is quite a very official way which we have in army, and colonel of a regiment is like a father. When I was a kid, I was a lieutenant there. I went to his house and he offered me, told me, Pranav, what do you want to drink? And I said that, sir, whatever means, I'm fine with anything. And then he told me one thing which was very specific. He told, Pranav, whenever you are asked, you should tell. If I had to serve you anything, it should be like a buffet. I would have given you, or things would be displayed there. If I'm asking you, you should tell, right? So whenever there is a choice, you should make a decision. Yeah. So, and of course, I ended up having good spots. So that is a separate story altogether. But this is how it is. You have a choice. You decide your life. If you say that anything works, I'm telling you, all these guys making TikTok videos and all, you'll be ending like that, right? And that's how your entire life will be seen as. Right? You become whatever, how cockeyed you are inside, how half filled you inside, how hollow you are inside. And nothing is hidden from me. We are HR guys, we are quite taught a lot of psychology and all. Most of you, I don't know, and if you have chosen HR, you would be feeling by now. A lot of such metrics are with us. And if not, even the subject is so beautiful, this is what I wanted to do. So you love to do it and you get your own certifications for that matter. So you will crib and cry once upon a time, coming days, to one HR guy, that this is how it is, I'm not feeling great about it. Because sonny boy, girl, you had made a wrong decision in your life. You started with a shortcut. This is not the way it should have been. You have never mobilized yourself the way it should. You are just a hyena. You cannot, whatever cosmetics you put, you will not become a tiger. There was a time to become a tiger or a hyena, you chose to become a hind, right? And you stabbed that hunter when I started in the beginning. That hunter who was the strong guy, you took the shortcut and you just moved away. Now God bless you with this with this life of hyena. Hyenas cannot become lion. They cannot roar. You have that funny voice which hyenas make. Be happy with it. Yes, you can hunt a tiger together if all the hyenas come. And remember, the hyenas will be eaten by hyenas too in the times to come. Right? So one thing was purpose. Make your choices of the career very importantly, very, very, very clearly. And the second thing which I have to scare you a little bit, there will be times in the midlife crisis when you reach to term it in terms of a skill. I have to tell you, somewhere I read again in Times of India about 2 weeks or 10 days or maybe 15, 20 days back. Waiting is a skill which we all have to learn. We all agree or don't agree, we have become a bit more patient in this entire phase. Before to be honest, traffic used to irritate me. The journey from my home to office is about 1.5 hours, sometimes it takes 2.5 hours. Right? And one thing is simple, you can get frustrated sitting there, or you can enjoy some music and you can think the sky over there and you can see the traffic. Everyone is so busy moving towards their goal, and every day you find different people, and that's how the mob is. This is what you call India. They make the companies great or make them fall on the face. These guys make the country. These guys make the leaders, the future leaders, right? And these guys make them fall. So you see many of them, and generally most of them will be different than any other day. Every day, you meet different people, right? When I see them from my window of my car, that's how it is. And there are enough choices, ladies and gentlemen, right? And there's enough possibilities. But learn this art of waiting, right? If you have invested in a relationship, give your 100% integrity, it will come to you, right? Things will be tough, and at the tough time, don't lose hands. Yeah? And yes, if something is painful, feel it. Pain makes you stronger. Live with that pain. Yeah, I don't know if few of you are going to gym or maybe running. Generally, they'll say that if you want to increase your stamina, and if you're running, you have to sprint at last. And if you go to gym, they'll tell you last 5 for your mother, last 3 for your boyfriend, last 2 for your dad. And that's how you make the stamina, right? And every day you post 10 days or 15 days or a month, you'll become a different person, different human being altogether. Yeah. So the thing of waiting, and as you wait and all, I'm telling you, this will be a life of complete loneliness, right? Which will be coming to you as the way the world is moving today, right? We all are, as I mentioned in the beginning, we all are distancing. We all will be becoming more lonely. But remember, we all are born alone. That's the truth of life. The much time you spend with yourself, that is your time. So with this, a very journalistic talk, ladies and gentlemen, I think I've done justice to the topic, and I'll pause here. I'll take any questions which you guys have. Thanks a lot.